Hello, everybody. Welcome. I'm super excited today because today we're studying fabric. Okay. So I have multiple paintings that I need to get to and finish in a rather quick order, but I have so much fabric to paint along with them. And although I've studied fabric from reference, I'm not one for making up fabric from imagination. And so it got me thinking like how do you break down fabric? And so today I want to expand on how I teach myself things. I want to talk about the things that help me get from knowing absolutely nothing about how to do folds to maybe getting a clue, right? And so I want to talk about the different things, the resources that I watched or read or took notes from, and little tips and tricks for me. I see that there's already someone on the board. I love that. Hi, Nexus. You're doing great, by the way. You're already like doing it. He's already like 50 miles an hour. So cool to see, honestly. It's awesome. Okay, Andy needs permissions. Sounds good. Where are you? Are you in the next slide? Where are you? There you are. You could be on my slide, by the way. Like you can be on the first slide if you want to. Just to everybody. You don't need to go in the next ones. They're there for if you need them if you don't want to be like on camera. But everyone's more than welcome to like do their studies like on the same canvas. If we run out of space, we'll just bleed on to the next one. It's fine. So Andy and balsamic vinegar or balsam. Wait, your name is Meg, right? Here. There are your permissions. Hey, everybody. Hi, Frank. It's lovely to see everybody. Oh, yeah, you don't have to use the first one. You can go wherever you want. But what I'm saying is it'll be really fun to see like everyone's little studies. So you can pick one or two or a few, or if you do one and then you get bored of that one or you're done, you can move on to the next one. But I want to take a quick minute before I hop into the study, and I want to talk about the things that I do when I'm learning something. And it's not that I had never painted fabric before. I've done many texture studies, I've done many studies from observation. It's that I wanted to delve into the understanding of what's happening with the fabric so that I can take my renderings a step further and then use that understanding in my imaginative work, which is what I'm struggling with right now. I've got an imaginative painting that's got like a ton of like just they're in a tent and there's like she's wearing a dress thing and he's got a cloak and there's just a ton of fabric, right? And I'm just like a deer in the headlights, like, what do I do? And I think that's a very relatable scenario. I think everyone feels that way. Fabric is a mind-boggling topic, right? So let's break it down. Let's break it down. The first thing I did was read a book. And I know everyone's like, what? Because, there's this whole thing where, you know, books are not really read that often anymore, sadly. But I want to recommend some books to you guys. Okay, so I have this book. It's called Bridgman's Complete Guide to Drawing from Life. It's the 5th edition. I really love it. It's great. It's great for like figure studies. It's got a ton of anatomical references, beautiful drawings, just really great. But near the back on page 302, they break down the 6 different types of folds. I thought that is so neat. Like, if you can break down patterns of fabric, then you can just memorize a few simple patterns, and with logic and reasoning and gravity, you can figure out how to draw fabric from imagination on something, right? So that led me to thinking and to understand these 6 more. So we're going to talk about a few of them. We're not going to get to every single one because some of them are a little bit more complicated to explain than others. But I really liked that book for it. And one book that I got recently, I have to give a shout out to John Navarez. I got this at the expo and I'm so proud because it's got his little signature in it. It's wonderful. He signed it in front of me. It was wonderful. Um, so he's got this sketch. I'm gonna try not to show kind of any nudity or anything. Yeah, okay, there's no nudity. We're good. Of this person like taking off their shirt, and you can see, I'm not sure if you could see well, but there's lovely examples of um some half lock folds, some drop folds, some pipe folds, and just spiral folds. And we'll get into that like as we move along. The other one that I thought was really cool is this lady like sitting on a chair and there's like fabric all over the chair and you could see some really really nice pipe folds and drop folds and even a few half lock folds in there and it's really cool. Oh, not sure how well this comes across. Hopefully that was okay. Definitely, but this is the book. It's called Kaki. Which is basically, it just means sketch, but in French. I thought that was lovely. Beautiful name. Okay, so those are the books that I have to show you guys that I had in my library that helped me this week trying to figure out what the heck I'm doing, right? I'm just, yeah, angel bugs. Yeah, there are. And it's really cool to see like the different breakdowns of that. So I like went full nerd, right? And I took like, I have notes. I have my notepad right next to me here. So if you see me looking over here, it's because I have like I have notes. So yeah, that's the first thing I did is I had a book handy. I read it. I looked at the examples. I did some little mini sketches along with the names and definitions of those different folds. Then what I did was, like any respectable millennial, I turned to YouTube. Right? Back when YouTube didn't have ads. But so I found a few videos. Now, if you're looking to find these references, by the way, I've linked a ton of stuff in the artifacts text channel in the classroom section. So in our Discord, sorry for my nose, by the way, I've got like a runny nose today. But in our classroom section, we have, hold on, let me head to my main screen. I know you guys are over there. I'll flash back there in a minute. So we have, yes, so we have the classroom section and you can get, sorry, Nexus, I'll move my thing. There you go. So in the classroom section of the Discord, this is what it looks like. You'll have permission to see it once you can go to the welcome section here, which I'm displaying. And you go to the text channel called Rollforge, and that will give you the option to get the role Scholar. This will open up the classroom section for you. So if you're here and you're wondering, where is your stuff, Anya? Like, here's where it is. Okay, so you go to the Artifacts forum, and then I have Anya's classroom refs and resources. And it will look something like this, right? It'll have my classroom, image there that is normally on the YouTube, and then it'll have a link to the Dropbox for the image that we're going to be finishing up. That's why I'm kind of learning fabric, because I want to finish this figure with you guys, but also I have some imaginative work to finish. And so down here you could see the post is already in the Discord, guys. So you can go there, and I have 3 YouTube videos for you guys. Okay, I have one from Mark Brunet, one from Mark Kubuki, and the other one, I forget what his name is, but the link is there. They're of varying degrees of complexity. So if you want it more simple, if you want it like intermediary, and if you want it like hard mode, like super detail, check out each one of them. You'll know pretty much right away which of the 3 it is. And then I linked a Amazon link to Bridgman's complete guide, so you guys can see. And of course, for Kaki by John Navarez, look him up online. I'm sure he has like an online store you can buy it from if you want to see that. It's more of a gesture book than a fabric study, but I just thought I'd point out those 2 very beautiful examples of fabric studies that he has in there. Hello, stranger danger. Are you going to be a stranger danger? Here, let me I think I recognize you from the last stream. Let me just approve you real quick here. All right. So everyone understands how they can go see all of those links and references, right? Does anyone have any questions? It's Tess! I didn't realize Stranger Danger is actually Tess. Tess, I know from the Lightbox Discord. She's very, very sweet. She comes to the study hall every week religiously. It's wonderful. Wonderful. Super bright community member. Has been working on animations for quite a while now. It was really cool to see you animate this Tuesday at study hall. It was so great. Um, but yeah, super happy to have you with us. And I'm just gonna go back on the screen where everyone is just to kind of see what's going on because you guys are doing such a cool job. So love to see it. Love that everyone's recognized each other. We've got Frank saying hi to Tess, and everyone's having a lovely time. So let's get into different types of folds. Okay. So on the upper left, we have a ball, and from it is hanging something very similar to, like, I use handkerchiefs. So something very similar to this kind of scenario is happening. And you'll see that there is a round object from which the fabric is falling. But when it's falling off of the side here, it's doing what is called a pipe or drop fold, depending on it. So if it's coming from one point of tension, if it's coming from one, then it's a pipe fold, right? So you'll have these like U shapes at the top and it'll flare out at the bottom. And then if you have something falling just straight down, that's a drop fold. So drop folds are usually what you get when you have curtains, what you get when you have skirts. So the one at the top right, you have a drop fold. And in certain areas, because it's gathered to a point, you'll have the pipe fold there. As I said before, you can look at the references I linked. They are much more expansive on what I'm talking about here, and I will not pretend to be the expert on this. This whole thing is an excuse for me to practice this. So I will get on that canvas shortly and start to kind of mess around. I'm looking to do less of a replication of what's there and more of a practical application of each fold. Okay. So when I approach this, when I get in here, I'm going to be doing something a little like different than what's actually there, if that makes any sense. So we talked about drop folds, we talked about pipe folds. Let's talk about half lock folds. So half lock folds are great. They happen whenever you've got like a fabric. So let's say my shirt, for example. Let's say I bend my elbow. Well, what's being scrunched in there is a half lock fold. And you'll normally see like a stretching of the fabric on the outside, like it'll be straight. And then in the middle here where I fold my arm, there will be like these elongated like U pattern type of folds. It also happens like if you tuck your shirt into a skirt and it's kind of like it's tucked in. Anytime you've got fabric like kind of pulling in like that, you'll have those half lock folds. So that's happening on the sweater at the bottom left. So you get those U patterns, right? And so that's a thick sweater, right? So thick and thin materials will behave differently. Thin materials will have more folds and they'll be like smaller. And then thick materials will have like larger, more bulky type of folds. A material to study. If you're a beginner, it's a lot easier to pick a thicker fabric because you'll have, number one, less folds. Number two, they'll be simpler. And number three, you'll have clearer demarcations of your lights and darks. So it'll be easier to pick out, right? Now, when it comes to spiral folds, let's move this over. Sorry, I'm trying to put the chat thing where I'm not hiding anybody's lovely drawing. When it comes to spiral folds, you can see them on the bottom left here, where it's usually like on sleeves, where it's like marginally tight. The folds will like spin around the form of the arm. A great way to practice this is by making cylinders, which Frank is already doing. I think that's your drawing, right, Frank? This is your drawing. If this is you, right, you're doing fantastic because the best way to practice these is actually to do like just a cylinder and then just practice doing the folds on that cylinder. and it will greatly help you get that rhythm. Another thing that happens is, let's say I move my arm up, where so where the seam for my shirt is where you'll get a whole bunch of tension points. And then because I'm turning and I'm putting my arm up, you'll get spiral folds all underneath towards my back. So understanding what happens to the clothes when somebody moves is actually key to knowing how to um how to execute it from imagination. So I'm delving into that this coming week, like what happens to things as people move. And that's going to be really, really interesting to like break that down into like patterns and situations and see what's easiest to learn first. I think the biggest thing that I want to tell you guys is, when you're picking a reference, it is so important to pick the right reference. If you pick something that is super hard, you're going to give yourself like the worst time ever. If you pick something easier, it's more approachable. If you want a challenge, I mean, go for like what are they called? Inert folds. So inert folds happen. So let's say I take my handkerchief here and I just like drop my handkerchief like this. That's an inert fold. It's going to be like kind of all over the place. You're not going to have any kind of patterning. It's like, it's just inert, right? It's just sat there. And it's not as fun. You kind of have to do it from observation. There kind of is not really a great pattern. So that's like, if you want a challenge, definitely Google inert fabric and then go from there. Or just take a blanket and drop it on your desk and then just draw that. But I think that the easiest thing that, from all of the literature that I read, the easiest thing you can do is actually take a piece of fabric and take like a piece on the right, a piece on the left, and kind of do this. It's looking better on my side, so I'm going to show my side. This, and I'm going to get snickering for sure. This is called a diaper fold. So basically, it's trademarked by the 2 points of tension and the like triangular U shape that you get in the middle. This is one of the easier folds to paint, right? So you'll get this a lot on like Grecian dresses where they have like attachment points on the shoulders, and there's this like U shape that drapes across their chest. You'll get that a lot in that. And I never did like cloth diaper my kid with actual cloth and pins, so I don't know like why it's called the diaper fold. I used those really modern like cloth diapers that come with like Velcro. So I'm like fake cloth mom. You know what I mean? But never mind that. So we've talked about inert folds, spiral folds. We've talked about pipe folds, drop folds, half lock folds, and diaper folds. Let's talk about zigzag folds. So zigzag folds are the folds that you would get from gravity, and more normally in thicker materials. So think like the bottom of somebody's jeans. You know how they scrunch up at the bottom? And you'll see it. The rays of that pattern is just going to look like a big zigzag, right? So if you can figure out how to break that down and then just add your lights and your darks, it works really well. And so I don't have an example of that on the board because I didn't want to add like too much, but everyone knows what jeans look like. So I'm sure you can picture that in your mind. And if you can't, please ask questions. Like, I'm all for it. All right. So I think with that said, I want to talk about the different things that I do for learning. Now, we've talked about like books, we've talked about videos. I want to talk about the atmosphere that you set up when you're studying. It's different for everybody, but I want to share what I do. So I normally will have, depending on what I'm studying, I'll have music. So normally, if I'm studying something like this, it's more academic. I'll put on some relaxing piano music or I'll put on some classical music. I like to do that when I'm studying academically, because I didn't really draw very much when doing all this research, right? If I'm drawing, I'll like to put on something that is a little bit more like with a beat. So sometimes I'll do jazz, sometimes I'll do retro wave, and that I can do like while still studying, because if I have any like lyrics, it'll distract me, right? So I need something with no lyrics, a solid beat, and like a kind of it just keeps you going type of thing. Kind of the same scenario as people when they listen to like hype music when they're like at the gym, like they just need that beat and it like keeps them going. Like for me, that's what retro wave is, for painting. So set the mood. That's what I'm trying to tell you. Like if it's nice out and you want to open all the windows, you want to have some music on. If it's like cold outside, you want to make sure it's hot in the room so you're not super cold, and you might light a candle or whatever. Like I don't I don't know what you're going to do, but just set the mood. Like just make it an enjoyable time, because if you're not excited about the topic or you are excited about the topic, there's nothing better than just like actually making that like a super super enjoyable time. And studies show that your odorific senses, like what you smell, help you remember things a lot more. The other thing that helps you remember things is writing things down. And that's not just because I have a notebook right here, that I can, look at now and again. I actually know more of what I want to say because I've written it down. The act of writing it down, having to think it through, make bullet points, see the order, think about what I'm going to talk about, helps me to remember what to talk about. I don't have to look at those notes quite as often. The other thing is like know yourself. You want to know, hey, I'm good at this, I'm bad at this. And so really I should be focused very much on the thing that I struggle with and try to bring that up. Or you can find a middle ground and be like, okay, I'm good at this, but I'm bad at this. Let me like find the middle spot, work on that for a bit, lean on my strength, but also put myself out of my comfort zone. If you never put yourself out of your comfort zone, it's hard to learn. So like get comfortable with looking like a fool, and asking stupid questions, because if you do that, then you give yourself a chance to learn. Because if you never try and you never ask questions, you're never going to learn anything, right? Um, and lastly, it's be flexible. So everyone has a different pattern to the way that they are on a daily basis. I'm much more suited to admin work in the morning. So I do a lot of my replying to emails, my checking up on my finances, my replying to students in the morning. And then somewhere in the afternoon, I get really like I'm good at focusing. So that is when I study academically. I'll do figures, I'll do like just color studies, I'll do like different things in the afternoon. And in the evening, I'm a little bit more creative. I'm better to do imaginative work. So it's important that for you, you know what your pattern is, because then you can plan what to do at which time of the day to give yourself the optimal chance of success. So I think those are really like the points that I had in mind for today to kind of help you guys and show you guys like what I do to learn stuff, because I realized not too long ago like how many times I get asked this, and I just wanted to like just put it out there. Um, so angel bugs, how many times a week do I study art? Usually 7 days a week. Um, Sometimes 6. Sometimes I take, it's rare, but sometimes I have like a day where I'm just not feeling well or I'm just not up for it and I just want to spend time with my friends, my family. I just want to blow off the day and have fun. That's usually the day that I won't do art. It's good. It gives your shoulder a rest, it gives your arm a rest, it gives your hands a rest. It's good to take that break. Now, mind you, this is what I want to do for a career. Mind you, this is me pushing myself to make sure that I do have growth. I don't think everyone needs to do that. It depends on your goals. If your goal is to be good at this casually, an hour a day will do you just fine. An hour a day, like 6 days a week, maybe even 5 days a week, do you just fine. But the consistency is what's important. If you do 5 hours on Friday, it's not going to do you nearly as much good as if you do 1 hour every day. So just putting that out there. With that said, let me finally get on the canvas. Here, let me put away my notes. I'm more than happy enough to answer questions, but I'm just going to put away some stuff. Take my tablet out. Get stuck in the canvas with you guys. Let's go. Oh, someone new has arrived. Let's see. Where are you? Where have you gone? There you are. Approved. Now you can paint. Welcome, Kate. Wow, I'm so happy. Like this looks great. You guys are doing amazing already. Like, whoa. I don't even know where to put the chat bar just because like I don't want to hide any of you guys' awesome art. Guess I'm gonna close it for now, and if anybody sends a message, I'll be here. But I think I'm gonna go ahead. Yep, I'm gonna do an observation. Like I'm gonna try this. So I don't want to do a thing where I'm like doing exactly what's there. My goal for this, I want to go in and try my best to make basically I'm going to make a cylinder. Hopefully I can draw a cylinder without making a fool of myself. But let's do that. And what I want to do is use the extrapolated information from this sleeve. I'm trying to make some spiral folds. Let's do it. Let me check the comments section here. Oh, nice. Nice. Sorry, you said that so long ago, Tess. Hi. Oh, man. So it's funny how folds are kind of like forests. You'll never have a forest that is like firmly, well, from nature, you'll never have a forest where all the trees are in rows and they're all neatly placed. So what I'm going to try is have some main folds and then some scattered folds, right? So I'm going to do this and then I'm going to come in and go like this. And you have to, when you're doing this, you have to kind of go with the form. Like you'll never have spiral folds that are just going like this across the arm. Like that won't make any sense and it won't look natural. Do you see how her arm kind of goes like this? So the folds are following the form. They describe what's going on there. Does that make sense? Like when I observe this, I see, okay, so her arm, you could see the anatomy. You can see the tension point. It's like where her elbow is here. And then because her arm is moved and folded, there's these tension points along the length. Because the piece of material is like a tube, right? So when you put an arm in it and you move, it's not going to just stay flat. It's going to go with your movement. Sorry, I didn't see what you just wrote, Frank. Sorry, can you put that back? I was talking. Oh, my husband always laughs at me. He's like, you can't walk and chew gum. What's wrong with you? Almost like contour lines. Yes, almost, but not quite. Hi, Vance. Let me just approve you for the canvas. We're all having a party on slide 3, apparently. It just kind of happened. Come on and join. All right. Oh yeah, you're welcome. Hey Vince, do you wanna come on the live stream? Do you wanna come chat? You're more than welcome to. Yes, come. Come say hi. Yeah, if you wanna do that, just pop into the StreamYard. Just like come on in. Okay, so I'm thinking this sleeve will go like this. One thing to keep in mind is silhouette. The silhouette matters a lot, and it'll describe a lot of things. So if you keep track of like where things are bulging out, where things are not, you're really like ahead of the curve here. Sorry for that really bad pun. Ahead of the curve, get it? Ha ha ha. I'm so sorry. Okay. So I have yet to actually do one of these studies, by the way. So you're seeing me like my live observations. Trying to figure out. I love the ecosystem here. I love seeing people interact with each other. It's so nice. Okay. Okay. So now I'm going to try and define. Yeah, I'm just going to do like a mid-tone. Oh, here. Let's swap to a different brush. Aw, I'm sorry, Cade. It's like noon for me. So, yeah, I totally get you. I totally get you if this isn't. Yeah, if you're super tired, like I get that. So I'm going to come in with this like purple color. Just going to make this purple material. Oh, Vince, you're here. Hello,
Oh,
Vince.
hey.
Welcome.
I was trying to figure out how yeah, how everything was working. Yeah.
You're good.
Hello,
Hey.
everyone.
What are we doing? We're painting fabric. Yay. So, no, I've been having like a ton of fun just like yapping my mouth off about fabric. Don't mind me, people.
Sorry, I can hear you twice. I don't know why. Wait.
You're probably listening to the YouTube.
Yeah, yeah. Yeah, that was
There
it.
you
Yeah.
go. There you
Yeah,
go.
fabric.
So, how are you doing today, Vince?
Doing great. Ready to paint some fabric, I guess.
Yes, do it. So you can do it from imagination too. I just talked about like the different types of folds. And so if you want, you can like make a figure and then just start dressing it because you're like already really good at that, right?
No.
So no,
Fabric, yeah, it's something
it's hard.
yeah,
It's
it's
hard.
hard,
It's
yeah.
super hard. So
You don't
yeah,
mind, I
we're
will
gonna.
just do studies, I think.
Oh, I don't mind.
I'm a
I
bit
don't mind at
scared, yeah.
all. You're good. I'm challenging myself and making myself look like an idiot on stream. It's okay.
Oh,
I'm doing like just a study of the fold itself of
I
like what
see,
I'm
yeah.
looking at and like making up the folds from imagination and from observation. So It's like a midpoint that I'm working on. Oh, okay, I think I have to press save. Got it. Cool. Well, I'm super excited. I'm gonna stay like zoomed out and see if I can't work that way because I want to see everyone else's stuff too. This stuff is looking amazing, by the way. Like you guys are rock stars. This is like sick. Okay. Let's see. I have to define a light source. So let's say we're gonna do it same direction as this lady where it's coming.
Maybe I'm drawing a bit big. I'll try to make it a bit smaller.
Oh, you're fine.
I'm not super warmed up yet.
Oh, you're good. You're good.
Yeah.
Honestly, it's really no pressure. Like seriously, it's so no pressure. Like you're probably gonna do a better job than me anyway. Man.
Fabric is one of the thing like I want to get better at, but I don't do study of it because
Same.
yeah.
That's why I'm doing this stream. It's forcing me to do it.
Yeah. That's a good way of doing it. You're forcing yourself by by streaming, I guess.
That's like every single study group I've ever done ever. I do the study group because I suck at whatever it is that the study group is on.
Yeah,
and I'm just like, okay, well now I have to be the leader of it, so now I have to be good at it. Okay, well, oh man, it's like the social pressure keeps me on my toes. Otherwise, I don't know if I'd do as well. I need the pressure. It's really bad. Oh man, I'm trying to think of cast shadows because that's definitely something to consider when you're painting fabric. You have to think of like where the light's hitting. So it's kind of like a mental exercise as well, just on general like light and shadow. Yeah, right? Right, Frank is awesome. Yeah, just putting that out there. Frank is epic.
Yeah. My ball.
I guess I'm making like a shinier fabric than what is on the ref, but I don't mind.
Hello, Tess, by the way.
Yeah, Tess is here.
Tess, yeah. And hey, Andy and everyone. So do you know by heart all the types of folds and everything? Did you manage?
Well, let's see. I put away my notebooks. So there's inert folds, diaper folds, pipe folds, half lock folds, zigzag folds. There's one more. Oh no. Drop folds. Ha! I got them. There we go. See?
There's like 7, no? I think.
No, there's 6. Well, unless you count. So the drop fold can also be called the flying fold.
Okay.
So if you're counting that, it's like yes and, because there's a specific qualification for flying folds. It's, let's say you're wearing like I love that you brought this up. So you're wearing like a trench coat and you spin. The piece of fabric, when you stop spinning, that keeps flying, that's a flying fold. That's a flying drop fold, because it's a drop fold, but it's from the inertia of your spin, it's like flying in the air. So it's technically a type of drop fold. In the book that I mentioned, Bridgman Studies, it's actually listed under the same thing.
Okay. It's true, yeah,
Yeah.
I've seen some, like I forgot, but I've seen, yeah, one person that was mixing 2 as well, so that might be that, yeah.
Yeah.
This one? I forgot the the names and all. I need to study that more.
Oh, the one you're doing? That
But
is
this one, like the drop fold, I
yeah,
think?
the pipe fold. That's a pipe fold. So it's a bunch of pipe folds. So what it is you've got like one tension point.
Yeah,
Hold on.
pipe fold is just
Hold on. Let me just get a layer on top of everybody.
the curtain.
So you've got like one drop point here, you've got like one here, you've got one here. So it's a bunch of pipe folds all over this ball. If you had a drop fold, it would be like, when there's a curtain
For me, it's more
and
like
you
this,
have like
but yeah. Oops.
that, that's a drop fold because the tension points are coming all along this section here. That's the difference between a drop fold and a pipe fold. The pipe fold is from one area. It's more like,
Are you sure?
like
For
that.
me, this is the pipe fold, and this is the drop fold. Because this do pipe, like this is pipes. I'm pretty sure.
Nope.
You're sure?
You want me to double check in the book?
Maybe, yeah. Because I'm pretty sure
Yeah.
this one is the pipe fold. I mean, sorry, I don't want to go against
Yeah,
you.
no, you're good. You're good. This is good. This is a good question. So the pipe one is the one where it's coming from like one. Sorry, it's hard to see.
Yeah.
It's coming from one tension point.
Okay.
Tension point. And the drop fold is whenever it comes from a straight line of tension points.
Okay.
So like a curtain,
it was me
a
then.
curtain, or a skirt.
Okay.
No, you're good. It's good that you question. Like you can't. That's the thing. You can't always trust one source. That's why I have like multiple YouTube videos. I have a book. I have 2 books, and then I'm talking about it and I'm observing, but I'm observing from multiple different references, and I'm not trusting one source. By the way, never do that with anything. If you like just listen to one person and they tell you everything, like no, go Google it, go read a book, go watch a YouTube video, like do something. Double
When
check the
yeah.
information.
That's good advice. Yeah. But I'm a chemist, so I'm used to checked everywhere. Like I'm curious. Like
Yeah.
I have to.
Yeah, because I was also talking about like how to study something.
Ooh,
Yeah.
that's interesting. Yeah, how to study.
Yeah.
You have tons of
And
ways
so,
to do it.
oh yeah, for sure. It's yeah. See, already the cylinder that I had made, it's looking like spiral folds. It's not like super good, but it's getting there. So I'm gonna keep working on it. Maybe we can get something nice. I think it's from what I could see here, it's edges and silhouette that is wrong. So I'm gonna work on that. So how's your Wednesday, Vince?
Doing fine. Yeah.
Nice.
Came home not long ago.
Nice.
Yeah.
Oh, that's right. It's like 6 p.m. for you, right?
Yeah. No, almost 7 now.
Oh, wow. Nice. Oh, so I'm noticing some of the light kind of goes to the edge here on my ref. And then you've got those mid-tones are coming through. But you've got the lightest point actually where it raises. Okay. Oh, okay. Wow. Okay. Sorry. You guys are witnessing like my first observation of understanding the patterns of fabric. So like, forgive me if I'm like talking stupid. Yeah, I do like what happens. Oh, and then as the fold goes down here, it like gets less interesting.
Like this.
Yeah, the goal for this, by the way, is like, you know that painting I was doing that you got artwork of the week for?
Yeah, you told
I
me you
wanna
wanted
fi
to.
Yeah, I wanna finish. And I'm, like, happy to do it from observation, right? But I wanna take that and, like, kinda just make it, more like, less observation and more design in terms of the fabric. I wanna kinda make things look realistic, but I wanna have a more painterly feel, a more dynamic feel, and a more, like, compositionally sound approach to fabric. Like, it's hard to explain, but I just wanna change the way that I approach some of these studies and do them, like, from observation, but taking the information that's there and making something more with it instead of just what I see. Like,
Yeah,
I'm at that stage now where I'm, like, thirsting to change things and to make
nice.
things better,
Like
which is, like,
I've
really
been
cool.
I've been doing this thing called Kimodachi. By the way, you can join if you want. Like it starts in March, and basically it's a
Really?
Discord server where you have where you have to draw one figure a day for 1 month. So for the whole month of March, or else they ban you. So it's pretty fun, yeah. And
I do like multiple figures every day. Like, that's
yeah,
I just do gestures every day. Like, I could just, like,
yeah, that
throw them
works. Yeah,
up. Oh,
you
sick.
could, yeah, you could join, yeah, if you want.
Oh, cool.
And like some people like me, we joined a bit early and we started a bit early. But I've been doing this, like
Aw.
I've been doing those studies where I would change a little bit of something, um, and yeah, this worked well. I think this is pretty interesting. Yeah. Like
Yeah. Well, thanks for telling me. I think Oscar was telling me that too.
I
By the
can
way,
send you
anybody
an
who
invite if
doesn't.
you want, as
Yes,
you want.
do it.
Yeah,
Yes. Do it. Do it. Do it.
like this. I mean, like
What?
this. You come or don't, but you do it or not. But at least you'll be in the server.
For one whole day. I'm joking. I'll do it. Like, I'll totally do it. I think that'll be good. It's sometimes I skip a day, so it'll be like, okay, well, I at least have to do one today, you know? And usually if you sit down to like do one, who are you kidding? You're gonna do more than one. Like, because it's fun. Because it's fun. You do one, you're like, it's like having one chip out of a bag of potato chips. You're not gonna have just one. I'm sorry. I don't know. I don't care who you are. You ain't having that one potato chip. We all know it.
That's true. That's true. Like I usually do 5. So yeah,
5
I like
potato chips.
to do those by 5 potato chips.
Oh, you mean figures.
Yeah, yeah, figures. Maybe I didn't follow.
Sorry. No, it's me. It's me. I'm absolutely silly. I'm stupid silly. Don't worry about it. I'm actually gonna have a little bit of tea. I've
Uh,
been steeping my tea during this time, so I'm gonna drink some of it.
I can't invite people on this server. They disabled the permission to invite. So if you want to get in, you have to go on their Instagram. I guess
Oh,
I
okay.
can send you
Yeah,
Instagram.
send me the Instagram. Totally. And also, Frank, yes, thank you for agreeing with me. 5 potato chips would be rather difficult as well. It's almost like you need to grab like a small bowl, put like a handful in the bowl, close the bag, hide the bag, ask a loved one to hide the bag, and then just eat your bowl. Oh, thank you for that link, Vance.
Oh, no problem.
Mhm.
It's a fun server. There is a lot of big people as well. There is Cynics. There is like TCK.
Nice.
Yeah.
Nice, nice. So yeah, I think I've done the spiral fold. I'm not gonna mess with it too much more, and then I'll move to a drop fold. And then I think I'll do a pipe fold. And I'll see if I can't get a half lock in there. That, by the way, your half lock, I think is this Nexus? No, Nexus was over here at some point. He's gone. Gone. Disappeared. Is he over here? Yeah, this was Nexus. This is fantastic. As well as the one that's here. I can't tell who's. I think that's
good, yeah.
Are you Angel Bug? Yeah, that's Angel Bug. Yeah. Yeah, you're all doing fantastic, by the way. Like, I'm so impressed. Just keep like observing what you're seeing and then like figuring out like, okay, how is that working? Or you can just look at it and really just really look at it and be like, okay, these are the shapes, and like transfer them, right? Jeez, Tess is doing amazing too. Look at that. Woo! Dang. Okay, guys. You guys are flexing on me. Jeez. I feel flexed upon. Okay. You're welcome. So cute. Honestly, I just love encouraging people like you guys. It's beautiful to see, like, both in the study hall and here. It's beautiful to see how much growth is occurring. Like, oh my gosh. Actually ridiculous.
She's back.
Yes, who's back? Back again. Tessa's back. Tell a friend. Sorry. Let's go. Love that saturation you're adding, like right here.
It's actually trying, like you're saying, like adding a bit of something. So I was just trying to maybe exaggerate the colors or something. Maybe putting some blue in there.
Yeah, definitely.
Things like this. Yeah.
Yeah, I love that kind of stuff, like exaggerating colors and shapes and stuff.
That was my idea.
Yay. Very encouraging. Never drawn fabric until now. Wow. Well, you're doing very, very well. Dang, never until now. Are you sure? Guys, we've got the next Michelangelo on the canvas here. You know, watch out, guys.
Like Angel Bug.
Yeah, jeez. Michelangelo, Bugangelo. Let's go. Same here. Well, you're doing fantastic too. Dude, seriously. Wait, is that your Insta handle? No, okay, no, that's just hatching. I thought he put his Insta handle in the fabric. I was like, that's clever. That's awesome. Okay. Yeah, I do find that a lot of people who come to these, like all the regulars, you guys are so good. What the heck? Definitely check out like tomorrow. Not tomorrow. Sorry. Friday. We have a very special event. We have Informo.
Oh, yeah.
So I need the like do 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 like the like bell, the like thing. I don't know what to call it. It's just that sound. So Informo it's gonna be really, really fun. And I already have my first starting group. You know who you are. We're gonna play a really, really fun game. It's gonna be sick. And so we have like some people that are gonna be on a canvas collaborating on pieces of art together. It's kind of it's hard to explain, but it's also like going to be so fun and chaotic and just filled with giggles. But guys, it's not live. I mean, like it's not a stream. Like it won't be recorded. You can't see it ever again. You have to show up to the event in person. So if you want to be a part of Informo, if you want to see what happens, if you want to get tips and tricks on how to collaborate in your artwork with other people, definitely come to Informo. It's going to be a blast. Okay, like I can't undersell this enough. Um, yes, it is my brainchild, but I'm so excited because like I did so much of this stuff with my Fablesmith group for paintathons. Like I would put together like games that we could play so that they would actually like come and hang out and use Magma to paint collaboratively together. And so I'm going to apply all of those things to Informo and teach you guys how to do art together instead of apart. Do you see what we're doing right now? We're all doing art apart on canvas. We're all on different sections. Well, what would happen if I came over here and started painting with fence? Certain things would happen. We'd have a different dynamic. We'd have to communicate more. We'd have to talk about process. We'd have to talk about colors, intention. All of those things would have to be communicated. And there's like an unspoken art to how to handle that kind of scenario. And I want to teach people how to handle it. I want to teach people what it's like. I'm personally hooked. And just a little sneak peek, we are going to be doing that, Vince and I, on our Monday Clubhouse. We're going to be doing a little mini collaboration. So everyone's welcome to come paint with us on the same canvas, and we're going to like paint together and kind of do that. So if you're looking for a sneak peek of events that are upcoming, definitely check that out. It's going to be happening Monday. Oh man, there's just so many exciting things happening. Like I don't know how to contain myself.
Maybe pretty cool as well as if some of you want to participate in the paintathon on the Lightbox, because I think there is one in like April or something. Like it's not that far off. Yeah.
It's called Egg Easter Paintathon.
Yeah. It's in April. So it's not like in too long. I mean, a bit, but not that much.
Yeah. The thing that you guys have that other people might not is you know how to use Magma.
Yeah, that's true. Yeah.
A lot of people in Lightbox have no idea how to use Lightbox. How to use Magma. So they get on the competition and then they realize it's a collaborative competition. And if they want to take advantage of the time that they have the most, they have to do it on Magma because it's like the most up-to-date collaborative platform that there is. And then they're like, oh shoot, I don't know how to use it. Right. So then what they do is they pass a file around and everyone like gets a turn. They do like PSD pass arounds. And that takes a lot of time. It takes a lot of organization. It frustrates people. You know, it's hard. So the fact that you guys already know how to use Magma and, you know, if you come to Informo, you'll even have additional information on how to collaborate together. You get to the Easter egg paintathon. You got this, boo. You're like, I got this. It's all good. I know what to do. And your team's going to win. Maybe. No guarantees. I can't, you know, tell you what the judges will judge. But you know, it really makes you a winner. The fact that you didn't like get super frustrated because no one knew how to use the software that you're meant to use. Hashtag winning. Sorry. I'm so corny, guys. Like gotta stop being so corny. Yeah, I don't think that's horrible. I'm gonna move on to like this drop fold situation that I'm having over here on this skirt.
More studying the rendering than the
Yeah, the rendering is harder. So if you want to study the different types of folds, it's actually really nice to just sketch. So I'm not going to do this as long, and I'm going to change up the pattern, or at least try to. It's going to go like this.
I'm having fun. I had the choice.
I know, right?
To come here or to come to Among Us on the Lightbox.
Oh my gosh! And you came here. I'm so proud of you. I'm actually so like I'm what's that word in English? It's like I'm honored. I'm like, oh.
I wanted to go.
Yeah, same. Same. Yeah, Among Us is great, by the way, you guys. If you ever get the chance to go to the Among Us on the Lightbox server, it's usually like at this time. Super fun, but I just, when you're addicted to drawing, you're addicted to drawing. You can't
Yeah.
do anything about it. You just gotta draw, man.
Sometimes they ask me, and I'm like, oh, should I draw? Should I come?
No, always
Should I
draw.
just draw? Yeah.
Draw is always better. like like games are great, but drawing is better. Drawing is always better. Unless you've just drawn like 10 hours that day and you're just like, I need a break. Then go play. Like seriously. I'm seeing like this pattern emerge where it's like you don't want to do like the same thing over and over again. You want to like vary the sizes, but it's kind of like, yeah, I could see what's going on. Like I can see, okay, that's a drop fold. Okay, that's a spiral fold. Like I'm starting to kind of see what's going on, which is cool. Like I can't wait to actually have done enough of these that I could just like draw from memory and figure out like with gravity and tension points like where stuff is going with imaginary characters. Like for me, like I need that in my life because I love fabric so much. Every time that I draw gestures with fabric on the model, somehow my gestures become very beautiful. If I draw just a model, like just a figure, they're like average. So like I love fabric. So why have I not studied fabric before? Like it's stupid. It's like so yeah. The last thing I think people can do, you've studied, you've taken notes, you've set your atmosphere, you've watched YouTube videos, you've read books, all of those things. The last thing that is really, really good at speeding up your learning process, find someone that will look at your work that is more experienced than you and ask them what you're doing wrong. If that person is willing, or if you have a mentor, then you'll get personalized feedback on exactly like what it is you need to be working on. And that always will make you faster at like figuring out what you're doing wrong, basically. It's not even like you're doing it wrong. It's like they know like the fastest point from here to there is a straight line. Like they know the straight line. So your path might have been like this before. You're still headed towards the same direction, right? But with their advice, you can just go. And yes, the incline might be a little bit higher if you go to a straight line. It'll be harder because you're specifically targeting your weak spots, but it's shorter. So it's your choice. Do you want to slow and steady or do you want to difficult and fast? This is just up to you. Now I sound preachy. Sorry, guys. Ooh, we've got Winter. Welcome, Winter. Approved.
Oh,
Heck yeah. Who drew on Vince's cloth? It's
it's
so
me.
funny. Oh,
No,
okay,
just
you made a ghost. That's so funny. Oh my gosh. I just want to come over here and like see because Nexus is like continued to draw and I'm seeing some really, really nice work over here. So I just wanted to come highlight this because like it's actually like super fantastic. So like good job, dude. I'll come back over here every now and again. Make
wait
sure
on
your
an
stuff is
other board.
yeah, on the next one. Yeah. It's very pretty.
Yeah. Love the
He
stick line.
he started this like before I was streaming. He was like in here, he was like, I got this. It's like throwing down, like bam. Yeah, they do studies like every week. I just want to highlight something for you guys. In the Discord, every Saturday night, Nexus and Cyber, they do this thing where they do like a themed casual hangout where they just do art. and they have like a theme every week, and you guys get to just like chill and do art. And like I'm doing my best to attend every week, right? Um, so yeah, if you're interested in coming to hang out, just doing some studies, come do that. It's super chill. Again, it's casual. Like there's no we're not recording it. And you get to post your art when you're done, and it's really good to have good conversation and talk about the topic at hand.
Mm.
Yeah.
I really like
Yeah.
the subjects and all, but it's always at like 2 or 3 a.m. for me. So
Oh. Sorry about that. We can't account for every time zone, but
no,
maybe
no, no.
eventually we
Not
can have one that's like midweek in the morning or something, and then it'll be better for you. I don't know.
don't make
Um,
something for me. Don't worry.
no,
But
I won't. Don't worry. Don't worry, Vince. But what I'm trying to say is like, eventually things grow and they change and whatnot. And maybe at some point we'll have an event that you can actually come to. But in the meantime, I'm really happy to have you here today.
I'm happy
It's
to be
super,
here
super
as well.
fun.
Yeah,
Okay.
this is fun. Yeah, and
It is super fun. Like, I love this stuff. Okay, let me get back to my skirt because I feel like I did it and then I ran away. I didn't actually color it in. Okay.
I'm attacking the skirt as well.
You're what?
I'm doing the skirt as well.
Nice. It's nice, right?
Yeah.
Very, very pretty. Okay, so I'm observing like the general pattern of this. There's like the skirt is lighter on the upper left than on the bottom right. So I'm going to add that transition immediately, which is pretty cool. Like here. Just going to add that like just in general. So that's kind of there. Come back to full opacity, and I'm just going to drop in some darks. I'm seeing that the darks go up pretty high actually on this skirt. Like they just go. Dang, okay.
So if I stop speaking for some period, like I'm just focusing on the folds. Like okay,
You're good. You're good. Honestly, like we don't have to talk the whole time. I just think it's
no.
maybe useful if people understand like what I'm thinking as I'm putting down the strokes.
Oh, for sure, for sure. I
Yeah.
was like
So,
in focus mode,
like
just to do the folds.
let me know,
Now it's
guys, if
good.
I'm talking gibberish or I'm talking too much. Like, just tell me. Just be like, Anya, stop it. Because yeah, I've been told like I don't know how to stop talking.
No, not at all. Actually, like because I tend to be a bit quiet usually when I draw.
I hear you.
At least, and so I don't mind someone talking a lot because like yeah, I really don't mind it. On the
Yeah,
contrary, I like it.
nice. Nice. I like streaming with someone who talks a lot too. It does give you like a minute to like not be talking.
Mhm.
Um
It's right also, yeah. I mean, maybe for yourself you sound a bit crazy, but I was thinking like to try
I
to.
know. I do feel like I sound crazy. Like half the time I'm talking, I'm like, oof.
I didn't mean that.
Uh,
What I meant
oh,
is
so
great to like to say things like this for yourself because like you take
mhm.
notes mentally, I guess, a bit on what to do next and what is good or what is fine.
That, but also like other people, like I'm thinking of like people who tuned in and want to hear like what the heck I'm doing.
Yeah, for
They
people.
actually can know what I'm doing. So right now I'm dropping in at like a lower opacity, a little bit of that like light that's hitting on the left of this every fold in the skirt. And I'm observing, excuse me, that my value, like the lightness is quite a lot higher like right here where it's hitting. So I'm going to try to just pop that in. Oh, sorry. I've got like I think I've got like yeah, I was at like 10% opacity. I need to like bring that up. Pump those rookie numbers up. Let's go. Okay, too much. Let's go 50. Yeah.
Good enough.
Now the bottom is darker than the top. So I'm going to go in and drop some darker values on the bottom of this skirt. And I'm going to get rid of my sketch now. I don't think I need my sketch. So once I have this, I notice there's like a pattern on this skirt. So I don't need to like go in and draw that whole pattern. And if I did that, it would start looking bad. So here's what I'm going to do. I'm going to grab like this kind of a pink. I'm just going to like hint.
I'm
Just going to
curious
hint. Yeah.
on how you do those kind of things. Because,
Yeah, I don't so in the darks. So okay.
Mhm.
When it's nighttime and you don't have any lights on and you like take a shirt that has like stripes on it and you like look at it, what's it going to
Yeah.
look like?
In nighttime, I mean,
Mhm.
everything will look dark, black.
Exactly. You're not going to see any of the pattern. So
Yeah.
anywhere where there's like darks, your shadows, you're not going to see the pattern. So
Yeah,
don't
in the
bother
light
putting
as
it
well.
in.
It's only on
The
the
thing
Terminator, but
that is so sad is when I get a work from a student and they've got like a ton of details in an area where there's going to be a shadow. I'm like, you did so much work for nothing. Like paint like Rembrandt. So Rembrandt, if you like look at the way that he painted almost all, if not every bit of detail is in either the transition into the lights or in the lights. When you look at his shadows, they're all like maybe 3 values at most, usually like 2. And I've seen some where it's just 1 value, and that's like it's so masterful. Like I can't even. Like I don't know how he does that.
one
But so
value?
what I do when I put in the pattern here. Sorry, go ahead.
One value? Like a painting in one value? You say?
No, just the darks. The
Oh,
darks, all
yeah.
the
Okay.
shadows, just 1 value.
Yeah, just
Just
like, okay, yeah.
yeah. It's so cool. But yeah, when I put in this pattern, what I do, like if I was gonna come in and make this like a photorealistic painting, I would be more careful about where I'm placing these strokes. But just to give the general like impression that there's a pattern, I'm just gonna come in here and in my lights, in the parts where it's lighter, and being careful about the value that I'm putting down, I'm just gonna like come in and put like a few strokes. And it starts to have like I think there's a pattern on that skirt, and I would have to work on it more, like obviously, but you could start seeing it make sense.
Oh, no, I get it. I just was doing like I said, like quick studies and stuff. And
Oh,
it's the
yeah.
same, like, there is a lot of patterns everywhere when you try to draw clothes. And
Mhm.
yeah, I was wondering, or like if there is a good way, like how to do it like quickly, but looking good as well.
Yeah,
And trying to
this
think,
is the way.
that's a good way.
It won't look perfect. It won't
Yeah,
look like photorealism, but it'll give the impression.
that's good enough.
Yeah. Yeah, if you're doing something quick, like I'm doing this to study the fold of the fabric. I'm not going to spend the next 2 hours doing the pattern on the fabric. Like, no. That's that's not the point of the study, right? But it is a very good question. Like a lot of people, they'll spend so much time rendering in a shadowy area, and you're just like, but why? um,
There is situation where you could,
oh, I'm sure there is. I'm sure there's
because
validity at some point, and you're right. You're right, and probably chat at some point will be like, but look at this painting and all the details in the darks, and it looks fantastic. Yes, yes. There's always exception to every rule. um, definitely.
actually, I think also the opposite, the complete opposite can be true as well. Because sometimes you have like all the details in the shadow, like you said, and the lights are like super white and
Mm,
almost like
mhm,
only white.
mhm.
And it's almost the opposite, yeah, like of what you were saying. It's like the
Yeah, so it's
details are completely lost
overblown.
in the lights.
Yeah. Yeah, yeah.
And
No, there's paintings like that. He's right. He's absolutely right. There's paintings where the lights are so overblown and your light source, or if it's like a window, everything outside will be blurry, and then everything inside is not. I think that's like overexposure though. I think it's overexposure to the lights, I think. Don't
yeah,
quote me on that.
yes.
But I think
Well,
that's what you're talking about. That's
just
a
paintings
photography
depends in the
principle. Yeah.
thing to think of. But yeah, yeah. It's
Yeah.
funny, yeah, it's the opposite, I guess. Yeah.
Oh yeah, for sure. For sure. I think it depends on the lighting scenario entirely.
Mm.
But in general, this is just my approach. This is how I like to do it.
Oh, that's good. That's good.
Yeah.
I need
No,
to
you're good.
practice that a bit.
I love this spirit of asking questions and like all that. So like, yeah, don't worry. I
Especially,
love your questions.
I especially like to see how other people do things because
Mm,
then you can try it by yourself and see if it
yeah,
works for you. If
exactly.
you like it.
That's why I came to your classroom the other day. It was so fun. I was like,
Because
I'm gonna learn from events. I'm gonna get better at this. And I did. It was so fun. Everyone has like a way of thinking about things, right? So if you listen to the way they think, you can figure out like
true.
what to do.
Or just things you wouldn't have think before. I thought even.
Mhm. Can have breakthrough thoughts like that. That is so cool. Sorry, I'm like, you guys, this looks amazing. I love to see everyone's steps. Let's go back to the Nexus board. The Nexus winter board.
The
Beautiful,
winter is
guys.
always doing amazing stuff as well.
I know.
That in the ooh, like in the post single player arts.
Mhm.
Yeah,
You guys, all of this art you can put in the class moments text channel after. I would love to see all this stuff posted. Like, it's gonna be epic. Looks so good, guys. I love someone drew like this beach scene. Like, who was that?
I've seen that.
I love how random that is. Oh no, no, no,
Is
no.
it you, Andrew?
It's fantastic.
Yeah, it's
It's
nice.
awesome. Like, always feel free to make a little graffiti. Like, definitely, it's super fun. What is this? Aw, Angel Bug left a little bye. Aw. I love what he did there. That is gorgeous. I love the solid brush strokes.
Oh,
Like,
Angel did this. Nice.
look at that. Yeah. I love the solid brush strokes.
Yeah, me too. I really like this style. Nexus
Mhm.
paint a bit like this also. But
Mhm.
I tried, but I can't. It's hard.
Man, I'm trying too, but look at my stuff is so soft. Like,
Yeah, yeah.
so it's like
You're a lot softer. Yeah, in your in your.
yeah. I have to work on anytime that I paint, what I have to do is I have to put super rough solid strokes, come in, soften my edges, and then go on top of it again with rough solid strokes if I want it to look right. Because if I just paint naturally, it's gonna be all soft and like,
Yeah,
oh man. I don't know why. It's like I have to overcorrect for the softness, or else it just all my edges are like flubber, like they're
this is
just
tough.
too
Yeah.
soft. It's so silly.
Now what I'm
Mm,
trying to do, usually
mhm.
like I'm forcing myself a bit to like work here in hard thing and just use what's the name? The blender thing? The mixer brush? It's not really a mixer brush, the blender, I guess. Something that blends colors.
Okay.
The finger, you have to just make the hard I can talk infrared, I think. Like
Yeah, just do it. Just do it. Just show us.
I can't in Magma because you don't have the like you don't
Oh,
have
we
this
don't
thing.
have the
Yeah,
merge.
this thing,
Right.
what's the name? What's the name of
Saturation? Opacity?
no, okay. Never mind, it's fine. Like the
Blender brush?
blender
The
brush.
yeah.
Oh, I forgot the name. It's
We
like
don't
the
have
mixer.
that.
Yeah, I mean it's yeah.
Yeah. Sorry. I didn't know
No,
you
no,
used
I
the
know.
mixer brush.
Did the mixer brush? But mixer brush, isn't it like a stamp that it's like a stamp that repeat, no? The mixer.
Yeah.
In Photoshop at least.
But
It's
I
not
just I
something
didn't
that
know
blend.
that that's is that what you use to blend?
I mean I use Clip Studio, so I don't really know Photoshop. I,
Okay.
u- I mean I just use a brush that I that blends color. Like I don't know the name for it.
Oh, okay. Okay. No, you're good. I was just curious. I was like, "Whoa, cool." I never use any kind of blending tool. Like for me, it's like I pick my color and then I pick my opacity and I just blend.
I
And
mean I used to
sometimes
do it this way before, but I found out about blending color and now it's just better. It's just easier.
oh,
But I used to do it
interesting.
like you before. So it's just question of taste, I guess, and habit as well.
Yeah. Yeah, yeah, for sure.
But like I said, like
I
if you go airbrush and you mix, like it's just so much quicker. Like
right.
you
I like to try I'm striving, like, obviously doing a bad job, but I'm striving to be able to put down a stroke, like what Angel Bugs is doing over here. Like, put down a stroke in the value and color that I want and just leave it there, right? That's kind of like what I'm striving to do eventually.
Mhm.
I'm working on it. I'm actually, like, super hard working on it. Um, yeah, it's kind of a weakness of mine, so I have to, like, do it. But yeah, let me see if I can't do like a pipe fold moment over here. Okay, so let's see if we can't match the color that's there. It's redder. Yep. It's kind of like this color. Yeah. Around there. So let's say it was like a traditional pipe fold. Whoa, why do I have color jitter on or something? There's color, or there was. Sorry, there was color jitter in my stroke. I have no idea how I did that. That was pretty cool though. Let's try it. Yeah, hold on.
Jitter is actually nice for flats, especially. If you work with
I
flats,
want to play with it. Yeah.
just a little bit of color variation, it adds a lot. Yeah, didn't do it.
Kind of like that. Interesting. We'll use it for putting down my initial layer for sure. Oh, that's so weird. Sorry, I never play with this stuff, so I'm like really excited to play with it. That's
The
so
color
weird.
glitter.
I
Yeah,
love it. Oh, that's so
it's a bit
that's so
weird, but
weird.
it's fun. Yeah, I like it actually. Yeah.
Oh, welcome back, kid.
Yeah, if you had a good lunch.
We're about to end here in 5 minutes, just letting everyone know.
Oh, it's the end.
Yeah, it's like you came
Same
in, I
business.
think, like half an hour in. So you had good timing. Good job. That is so weird. I'm gonna turn off the color jitter. It's just too much. Now that I've got it this far, I think it's like, okay, now I'm gonna.
Hard to control at some point.
Yeah, yeah. I want control.
It's good for flats. I like it for flats because yeah, just add a little bit of variation in the beginning, and then you can like color pick and play with that, when you render.
Yeah, yeah. I actually love that. That's super great. Actually, really, you know what? That's fantastic for putting in flats. I'm really glad I played around with this because there's a little bit of like
Yeah, there
extra
is.
something. I like it.
Yeah, I
It's
like it a lot
cool.
as well.
Oh, apparently I still have it on. Oh, jeez. I like that stroke, but I don't like the rest, so I'm gonna turn it off. You doing okay?
Oh yeah. I just still don't have any opacity, so sometimes it's a bit annoying.
Oh no. Oh, that's right. From the other day when you mentioned that.
It's fine. It's fine.
Oh,
I just have to move the sliders, if I want to. And sometimes
yeah.
I forget, and I'm like, why doesn't it work now? And
Oh
just because of
no.
that. Yeah,
Aw.
it's fine. Just on the
Oh,
moment.
nice. Who's done making their beach ball? Is that your beach ball? Like, wait, hold on. Is that your beach ball right here?
Which ball? Yes. Oh,
Yeah, somebody said they're done making their beach ball. Like, I'm wondering if that was their son thing.
is it Android? Oh no.
Yeah.
Oh no, it's
I'm just
KD.
oh, okay. Okay. I'm just gonna take a moment
Nice.
and go to the other slide. I don't think anybody went anywhere else. Let me double check, make sure. Oh my goodness. Yes, there has been other people doing stuff. Nice.
Oh,
Nice portrait. Okay, nothing in the first one. Nothing over here, nothing over here. We're golden. Okay, let's come back to here. Gorgeous as always, guys. I'm always flabbergasted by how great you guys are. This is amazing. Let's go back over here. I think Andy's the one on the slide. Yeah. Cool. I can always tell when it's Andy's. He's got some really cool like hatch work.
it's dinosaurs.
Yep. He hasn't drawn a dinosaur today.
Yeah.
But there's still one more minute if you want to draw a dinosaur, Andy. There's still one
Where
more
is the
minute.
I want a dinosaur. No.
No, he says. Oh, dang. No
No
dinosaur.
dinosaurs today.
Okay. Well, thank you everyone for showing up. This has been such a fun time, and I hope that you have as much fun studying fabric as I'm going to have for the next however long I study fabric for, which is probably going to be a lifetime. But yeah. I'll see you guys on the next one. Bye.
Yeah, it was fun. Thank you, Anya, for the
You're
session.
welcome.
Enjoy